Hey everyone, welcome to Plants and Politics. So Amazon is really trying hard. they're they're making an extra special effort to make their company look better, and it is backfiring in spectacular fashion. Honestly, I think that they're even going to become more hated than Walmart and the Walton family. As you may have heard, Amazon was using actual spooks to spy on their employees to try and prevent them from forming unions. Then they used heat map technology to ensure that multiple employees weren't gathering together in Amazon facilities to also thwart their unionization. Then it was revealed that they weren't taking proper precautions to ensure the safety of their employees during COVID. One of their employees, named Chris Smalls, who dared to point this out and demand better, was fired. And they came up with some bogus reason for why he was fired, but then documents came out showing that, yeah, they fired him because he spoke out. It was also reported, I believe maybe around the same time, that an Amazon employee suffered a heart attack on the fulfillment center floor, and then no medical attention was provided to that employee for a full 20 minutes. So that person died. And then their fellow employees who just watched their friend possibly die were yelled at and told to get back to work. Then came the news that an employee of Amazon was given the job of testing other employees for COVID. The problem was that she was not provided with proper protective gear. And to make matters worse, she wasn't a medical professional. So not only did this woman suddenly and without warning pass away after going home after work and complaining about a headache, she went to bed and never woke up, but her family couldn't afford to pay for her autopsy to figure out what she died from. And Amazon didn't bother to offer to help them. Gee, I wonder why. I mean, I guess a company worth $1.7 trillion couldn't spare the $8,000 for the medical exam. But then we got more news. Then came the news that Amazon workers in Alabama were attempting to form a union. And then all hell broke loose. Amazon reportedly tried all kinds of nefarious BS to stop them, including going to the lengths of having the city change the timing of a stoplight near the warehouse so that no one could approach the vehicles to talk to them or provide them with any written information about the benefits of a union. And then over the past few weeks, Amazon was caught lying about how their employees are forced to urinate in bottles and defecate in bags so they won't have to stop to use a bathroom and risk being reprimanded or fired. So to take the temperature down a notch, to try to make things better, Jeff Bezos himself ordered his operatives to go after Bernie Sanders and others who supported unionization and who are very vocal in their support of better treatment and working conditions for Amazon employees. Well, now we've learned through leaked documents that Amazon developed a secret program called Veritas. This program trained Amazon employees to defend Jeff Bezos and Amazon on social media. They called them ambassadors. I call them propagandists. So this was conceived in 2018, and here's how it works. Fulfillment center employees who had a great sense of humor, and that's a direct quote, were chosen to become a Twitter army. So they were trained to confront anyone critical of Amazon in a, quote, blunt manner. And they provided examples for how they could defend Jeff Bezos. So in particular, this Twitter army is meant to essentially like clap back at lawmakers. And these leaked documents, which were obtained by the Intercept news outlet, shows that Bernie Sanders was a favorite target. So Sanders' name shows up in several examples of how to respond to critics on Twitter, which I find hysterical. One example provided has to do with Sanders tweeting about Bezos's exorbitant wealth. The ambassador reply, this is what they told their ambassadors to say, quote, everyone should be able to enjoy the money they've earned / saved. It's theirs. They should be able to do with it as they please. That includes Jeff Bezos. Now, to be fair, the 3 tenets that they lay out in the document include: 1, tell your truth. So this states that they encourage associates to share their personal experience of Amazon, and it says that they won't offer misleading or untrue messages to spin a narrative. 2 is preserve customer trust, and 3 is respect. So this tenet notes that they should vigilantly refute untruths and that they may be direct or even blunt, but that they should never be disrespectful even to their worst critics. However, the document also lists several subjects that the Veritas Twitter army is forbidden to discuss. Among those topics is unionization. They were also instructed not to respond to any media inquiries or any complicated questions that might require the approval of their public relations team. One example was why Amazon is still choosing to advertise on the alt-right, Steve Bannon created racist trash rag Breitbart, which I prefer to call White Bart for obvious reasons. The leaked document also notes that, quote, newer employees can be very passionate and effective. I would imagine that they would. I would imagine that they would be the best people for this type of extracurricular gaslighting, because they haven't yet discovered how Amazon strips their workers of their rights and their humanity and their dignity, and then leaves them a shell of their former self. So yeah, I would imagine that new people would be the best, and then you'd have to quickly turn over and get new people constantly as a revolving door. So yeah, Amazon, you're not fooling anybody. And the reason your employees are leaking documents is because you're not treating your employees right. I mean, that's pretty obvious, right? If your employees loved you, first of all, you wouldn't need to pay people to go on Twitter and defend you. It would happen naturally. It would happen organically. And second, if it was such a great place to work, why are people leaking documents to the press? All right, guys, I'll keep you posted. As always, please like, share, and subscribe. Thanks so much for watching and listening. Take care, and I'll talk with you soon.